Today, we are excited to announce City Flavor. And we are also excited to introduce our 4 STL-made food partners who will be part of our in-stadium food experience. So, I would be remiss if I did not say thank you to our flavor officer, Gerard Craft, and the countless hours, input, meetings, taste testings, the list goes on that he's done to help us curate such a unique and one-of-a-kind food experience. So, when we went out to the website and asked for recommendations, we received over 10,000 recommendations. So as you can see, we've been busy, again, with help of Chef Gerard here. And I'm happy to report that while we have 4 partners today, we'll have a total of 25 partners, all within the St. Louis area located in the stadium. Also, yes, I know, right? And I believe that makes us the only MLS team in the United States that has that, correct? Yes. So how did we get to those 25 partners? Well, so Gerard Craft and his team, along with Levy, our concessionaire, started working through the list in a very thoughtful and methodical way because we wanted to make sure we represented everything that the region had to offer. So I'm also happy to report there will be 52 stations throughout the stadium where you get to test, try, savor, and enjoy one of the many partners that we have chosen. I'd also be remiss if I did not say that we are a stadium that is cashless and ticketless, but with that allows us to be tech forward. So look forward to order ahead, mobile order ahead ordering. I can never get that out. Walk in, walk out markets, and certainly I think just personalized suggestions, of course, depending on what kind of food and flavor you like. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to Chef Gerard.
Thank you, Carolyn. I mean, we were just saying that I think this has been over 3 years in the making now. Much pre-pandemic, but you know, just everything the team has gone through to get to this point. It's so cool. So thank you all for being here. And they didn't really prepare us in culinary school for giving speeches or press releases, so bear with me. So it's been an honor to be a part of the City Flavor program. A lot of people ask me how this all came about. You know, how did you get involved with this? But to be honest, I mean, before the team even existed, I reached out to Carolyn and I said, I know you're trying to get a team, and I know you don't have it yet, but when you do, I really want to be a part of building the flavor story for this place. And, you know, the excitement that is now built around St. Louis City SC is insane, and I have no doubt that this club is going to bring so much attention and such a boost to the hospitality industry that has taken such a hit over the past 2.5 years. So nothing makes me more excited than that. Through the City Flavor program, we've identified partners that showcase what makes the St. Louis hospitality scene such a special place. Every restaurant has such an inspiring story, and it's going to be our job to not just support all these partners in the stadium, but it's really our goal to drive our communities to eat local before, during, and after match day. So I am proud to introduce our first STL-made food partners. Woo! Balkan Treat Box. Beastcraft Barbecue. Steve's Hot Dogs. Which are all establishments that exemplify the heart and soul of these diverse local food scene. Our team at Niche Food Group will also be a part of the program with Brasserie Burger and Pastaria Deli and Wine being served in the TCU Club. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. There is so much more that we're going to get to announce down the road. But we are so excited about these special partners. So before we give you an opportunity to try some of the items that you're going to get to experience at the stadium, I want to introduce some of these very, very special people. It's been a pleasure working with these people over the course of this. They're, not just friends, colleagues, but I love all of their restaurants individually. So Lauren and Ed O'Nalick of Balkan Treat Box. Megan and David Sandusky of Gerard Craft Barbecue. Steve Ewing and Danny Eichenhorst of Steve's Hot Dogs. And somewhere around here is my team in Niche Food Group. So, one extra special thank you to everybody at STL City for making me and my team a part of this family. It's meant so much.
Oh, well, thank you. Okay, I know you guys are super excited, and I know between now and match day, you, as well as fans throughout the entire region, are going to want to get to know more about our 4 established partners. So I'm happy to announce another surprise. We will be running a 4-part series starting today at 1 o'clock on City SC YouTube's channel, which is hosted by, of course, Chef Gerard as well, which will allow a deeper dive into our 4 founding STL Made partners. So, with that being said, I hope everybody came hungry. Jump in, and I believe we're eating and enjoying until 12:40. Is that correct?
Run a preview of the series right now.
Oh my gosh, the best part. I'm so sorry. We are going to run a preview of the greatest series known to any kind of television out there. My apologies, it's a Monday. All right, so I guess, what do we say? Cue it up.
From barbecue
Oh, good.
to Bosnia, one of the best food cities in America deserves the best matchday menu in sports. Can the newest club in the MLS pull it off? This is City Flavor.
When I heard that Gerard Craft and friends are at the Centene Stadium, it was a run, don't walk situation. Okay, Gerard, how are you?
I'm great. This is an exciting day.
Okay, walk us through this first taste experience here at the Centene Stadium.
Yeah, so this is, the tip of the iceberg as far as what we're going to be offering in Centene Stadium for St. Louis City SC. But today we announced that we're going to have Balkan Treat Box, Gerard Craft Barbecue, Steve's Hot Dogs, and a couple of our very own niche food group spots, Pastaria Deli and Wine and Brasserie Burger, in the TCU Club as well. So.
Oh my gosh, and I have to say your name is synonymous with excellent food and just the experience in St. Louis. You really bring your culinary passion to all things, and you're bringing it to our new soccer stadium. So if someone was coming to their first soccer game here and they wanted to try something that you've created, what would you suggest?
That we've created? Oh, okay. Well, I think the pizzas at Pastaria Deli and Wine and, the burgers at Brasserie by Niche have been such a staple in St. Louis for so long that you can't go wrong there. But I will say that we're going to have more local restaurants than any stadium in the world. So there is so much great food to choose from, and all of them have been hand-selected by our team. So
You absolutely raised the bar, my friend, on everything that you're doing. But how does it feel to know that people are where we're going to be in 2023 and they're just getting a sneak peek? How does it feel to see people already enjoying your creations?
So I've designed a lot of restaurants in my day, but I have never been a part of designing a stadium from the ground up. And so this has been so fun to watch everything come together, and to be standing in here now with food in here is just incredible.
Are you a big soccer fan?
I am now.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Not just because I really love magenta and navy, but just the way that it's bringing the city together with sports, with food, with everything. And you are the glue that keeps our culinary scene together. Thank you so much, Gerard.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks for being here.
Can't wait to see what you do next. And I am here in real time at the Centene Stadium, where in 2023, the St. Louis SC is literally going to be kicking off right behind me. But I am lucky enough to snag a few moments with the Chief Executive Officer, the lovely Carolyn Kindle. Carolyn, how the heck are you?
I'm good. I'm actually wonderful. Today's such an exciting day to be able to announce City Flavors, an idea and a project in the works for just over 3 years, and it's so exciting to see it to come fruition today.
Not only to bring soccer to St. Louis, but you are bringing culinary geniuses. How does it feel to know that because of you, these humans are all brought together and we get to experience food and soccer like we've never done?
Well, I really need to thank them. I mean, these culinary geniuses, they're here. They're in our local neighborhoods. So to be able to provide an opportunity to bring them all to one stage and to let people of the region experience and savor these amazing things that they create, it makes me very happy. It makes my whole entire team happy. But that was one of the visions we had. And so to be able to partner with our first 4 today, taste test, just builds excitement for more to come.
So what do you hope for someone that's maybe never experienced a professional soccer game, much less in St. Louis? What do you hope for them to feel when they set foot in the stadium?
I want them to feel pride about our region, just like I do, just like the ownership group does, because this is truly a very unique experience in all of professional sports. We're all 100% local. So that could be from ice cream to hot dogs, obviously Steve's hot dogs, barbecue, the list goes on and on and on. But the great thing is if you enjoyed that experience in that restaurant, you can go to them on a non-match day. Take your family, take your friends. But we're just so excited to be able to bring so many wonderful people together.
You mentioned 2 really interesting words, ice cream. What kind of ice cream can one expect here? Can you share that?
You're going to have to wait for another announcement. No, well, it was hard because when I started looking through the list, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to starve myself before coming to the stadium because I'm going to want to eat so much. It's just so exciting who's going to be here.
If we have to take a lap around the field after enjoying some ice cream, I'm not mad at that. Do you have a certain bite that you are most anticipating?
I have to tell you, I actually was able to get a preview, but I heard that there's Detroit-style pizza floating around from Gerard Craft's group, so I'm excited. I'm excited about that for sure. I'm also excited about the beverages. You know, we have amazing partners, AB and Bev being one of them, so I'm just excited about the whole experience.
We are obviously very excited about this in our household, much less the whole city. I mean, we have driven down this street and kind of peeked our heads in, and now to see, oh, the seats are here, the lights are on, people, humans are here right now. Any words of wisdom for someone considering, should I buy season tickets? Should I just try it on a one-off game?
I think right now, season tickets were almost sold through all of those, so that was exciting. But you know what? People of the region, they helped us break a record with the deposits. Well, we're going to have plenty of non-match day opportunities. So come down to some of our open houses we're looking to host. Take a walk around the whole entire complex. We're happy to host you.
Can one bring a toddler? I'm asking for a friend.
I'm pretty sure we have some children running around.
Definitely find the Hockman crew here, along with the rest of St. Louis. Carolyn, thank you for all that you do. We are so excited for the future of the St. Louis SC.
Thank you.
Clearly, I am on location today. I am here with our guy, Steve Ewing of Steve's Hot Dogs, here at the Centene Stadium. Okay, Steve, describe what's going on today.
So today we're finally letting the city know that we're a partner here with St. Louis City. So It's super exciting. We got to let everyone know Steve's Hot Dogs is in the stadium.
Okay, talk about this St. Louis dog that is designed for the soccer games.
So this hot dog here was actually this is the actual official hot dog of St. Louis. It was actually named by the board of aldermen in St. Louis. So this is what this dog that we're going to represent in the stadium. So it's our STL St. Louis style hot dog. So, yes.
All right, Steve, thank you very, very much. We're so excited for what's to come with you. What an honor. You've got the hot dog, my friend, of the soccer stadium. Sky's the limit. I'll let you get back to this wonderful day. Go make sure you're getting something to eat, too.
Thanks for hanging out.
Of course. We love having you on, Steve. Thank you.
This really means a lot to us. You know, you heard Carolyn and Gerard inside really kind of go over the beginning parts of this and the vision of food. But I just think the stadium in general, to work with Carolyn and this ownership group on an experience that's reflective of all the great things going on in St. Louis. Food's a big part of that, but it's the art, the community, the music, and again, that production, that 4-part docuseries, I encourage you to check it out. It is a full STL-made production, local production, how Fathom, obviously Gerard and our local restaurateurs, Mohammed, mastermind, scored all the music. He's here today as well. So it really is a proud moment for our club, but also to look at this beautiful stadium and know that it's going to be representative of all the excellence around the region is just really remarkable for us. So we're going to end with a short Q&A here and get to know some of our restaurant owners. But before I pass it to them, Carolyn, a lot of the research that you all did, 3-4 years ago was about, St. Louis's pride and having an opportunity to bring all that pride into the local stadium here. Can you just talk about what does that mean to you and to the ownership group, and what are we doing about it?
Well, and I always start this with, in full disclosure, I myself was completely unaware of how amazing the food and beverage scene here is in St. Louis. And so I have been going on my own personal journey, which has taken me all over the regions. And some of the things that I have met, I've met these amazing restaurateurs, their families, in some cases they're multi-generational, and they're all 100% local. And so what a great story to tell. So as we started kind of deciding how we're going to curate the food and beverage experience, we wanted to do something very unique, something you wouldn't see anyplace else but St. Louis, because from day one, it's always been more than a sport. It's been about a community, and including that community, of course, is food and drink, and who doesn't like that? So I think it was just, like I said, very, very front and foremost on our minds was to make sure that we had an amazing experience. But even better, it was in one place. So you can come for a match, try 25 plus different restaurants. How exciting is that? But also the hope is that you walk away from the stadium and you go back to that restaurant. You go visit that neighborhood that maybe you've never been to before. You take your friends, you take your family, and we do everything we can to support each other, especially in this quest. And so we're just excited to have all the partners that we have, and we're ready to have a full-blown culinary experience starting in March of 2023.
Love it. Chef, you've been on this journey with us for 3 years as well, and we visited a lot of stadiums, tried out a lot of food around the region. What's been your favorite part about the journey to date thus far?
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of times I don't get to go out to eat as much as most people would think. So this has been an amazing experience for me to really just make it a purpose to go digging around St. Louis and trying to find things that I didn't know about before, potentially. And so I think that's been one of the most unique aspects of it, and really getting to look at St. Louis, like Carolyn was saying, in a way that if somebody came to visit our city, how can we get them to come to the stadium and then say, from here, this is almost a roadmap to how we eat in St. Louis. There's so many, there are going to be so many neighborhoods represented in this, and we really looked at these maps on regular basis to say, how do we drive people out of the stadium to all the different neighborhoods of St. Louis? And that's been the most fun.
As Carolyn mentioned before, last summer we asked our fans for their submissions as well, and we had over 10,000 submissions. So we've done a lot of eating over the past year. gonna have to get on the field and train a bit to thin out.
Yep.
But all three of these restaurants were in our top 10 of vote getters. And at the top of that list was a little hot dog shop named Steve's Hot Dogs, received the most votes. And as some of you know, Steve is a literal rock star, and is now a restaurant owner. And Steve, I just ask you, you've really spent the last 3 decades being a part of culture moments, and what does it mean to you to kind of be atop the list, and how have you managed to gather such a loyal supporter base?
This is amazing. Just to let you know, this is amazing for us to be able to represent the city again with food. So food is about being creative, just like music. So I got a great team of people that got together and made some really interesting foods and whatever. And that's kind of the thing out of the box, is we wanted to be just like the music. We wanted to be creative. We wanted to get that following. So over the years, people have come to us and said we want that creative food. And so it's just awesome for us to now be able to represent the city, and people come to the city now from out of town and go, man, that's an awesome hot dog. I've never had something like that before. So we're ready for that.
Love it. We'll go to the star of episode 2 of City Flavors is David Sandusky, the owner of Beast Craft Barbecue on the end here. In the episode, Dave talks a lot about the pork steak sandwich that you tried today, hopefully, and how you were able to kind of meld the old with the new, and it's such a passion part of a lot of your recipes, Dave. So maybe talk a little bit about Beast Craft Barbecue and what being in the stadium means to you.
Yeah, of course. So, I want to start out by saying that this is everything that we've wanted it to be. We've been wanting to be a part of this from the first moment we heard that the team was coming, and we were super stoked to get picked to be here. We're very grateful. Thank you. As far as Beast Craft Barbecue is concerned, and the pork steak, the pork steak itself is what made us famous. And it's one of those core items for St. Louis style barbecue. We are trying to kind of bring those St. Louis roots back forward. We're trying to help bring them back, maybe redefine them slightly, and be a major part of the St. Louis barbecue culture. So to be able to represent what we're about, food items that the city is about, and be able to have these people from all over the country or all over the world that come to these games to try these things, not just from us, but from the other restaurateurs as well, that are very specific to us and specific to our city, I think is very unique, and it's really a privilege. And I don't know, I think we're going to show them something. This pork steak is going to be a thing. So
it really is. That's a fact.
You have to watch the episode with David and his team, because I actually learned so much about St. Louis barbecue, and there's some special guests in there too that are incredible. So definitely tune into that one.
Well, and I have to say, your gooey butter cake is to absolutely die for. So when we did our original taste test, I had 2 pieces.
So, well, I tell you, I guess this is the opportunity to do it, but we are introducing a new gooey butter cake brand here with the stadium.
Are you? What
Yeah.
kind?
Yeah, well, we've got 35 different flavors, but we're branding it out, a totally new thing for us.
Oh, you just made my day.
Yeah. So here we go. Here's the press
Excited, I
release.
might have a tear in my eye right now.
Carolyn did pull me aside up there. I was like, oh God, what happened? She said, hey, David didn't bring his gooey butter cake. Oh, you're right. We missed it. We missed out. So David, star of episode 2, check it out. Steve will be featured on episode 3. And of course, Lauren in Balkan Treat Box, episode 4. So to turn it to Balkan Treat Box, Lauren, thanks for joining us. Woo! Love it. So, Balkan Treat Box, quite a story in St. Louis. Started out as a food truck, now headquartered in Webster Groves. The food just top to bottom, outrageously delicious. But I want to ask about soccer first, and what it means to the family, and how we mix soccer and food, and this this big thing we call this project we're working on together. So what does it mean to you?
I mean, it's interesting because I think it's a split a little bit. Like I grew up in St. Louis. We had season tickets to the Steamers. Like that was a really big deal. And then, I joined Edo's family, and that's their entire like way of being entertained. Like they play it, they're watching it, they're talking about it. But the way that it kind of brings food together is just that it's such a huge cultural representation. There's just so many different cultures where that's their sport. They just live and breathe it. Their kids are playing it. That's all they play with is their soccer ball. That's all Edo played with as a kid. But to be able to represent, a group and a bunch of different cultures is just exciting. And I think it's cool for St. Louis to have that because there are so many different people here.
Absolutely. Gerard, I want to toss it to you. Obviously trying a lot of different food, and we are in a stadium, 22,500 people. So you think, how do we keep them all fed in a variety of different ways? And maybe what are some of the things we've learned over the last couple years about like what makes good stadium food?
Yeah, I think it's food that can be made for the masses. That can be held as you walk around and eat. Food that goes great with beer, personally. And again, soccer's a really unique way of serving people. It's not like baseball where you have every single, inning plus, top and bottom of each inning for people to kind of sprint out to get a little bite to eat. And soccer, we're talking about pregame and halftime. And,
Yeah.
What are we, 23,000 people?
About, yeah, give or take.
Sold out stadium, all coming in twice through the game. So, there's got to be a lot of thought put into, one, the number of items. I think something we've talked with everybody about is keeping menus really simple and focused on, their best star items, and also making sure that those items are portable and designed in a way that people can really enjoy them in a stadium setting.
But I think we took time to understand those challenges and didn't want to sacrifice local, and it can still be delicious. So be very upfront with some of those issues that we face.
Mobile ordering.
Yeah, so I wanted to toss it to our restaurant owners, and I think the last couple years have been hard for the hospitality industry for a lot of different reasons. But hopefully what we have now is coming out stronger, and one of those things is the presence of technology, and all three of these restaurants have gotten really good over the last couple of years with things like mobile order ahead. And I don't know that we as a club would have been ready to take on the amount of local partners that we had without leveraging things like technology. So maybe just speak about how your business has changed and pivoted, and how your fans and consumers have embraced technology along the way. Steve, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. When the lockdown first happened, we decided we wanted to stay open, and in our neighborhood, we were one of the only restaurants that were able to serve the people in the area. So tech was a huge part of it. Online ordering, all the carry-out stuff that we did was a big part of it, and that's what got us through. And we're actually really glad that we did that, because this makes perfect sense to us. So yeah, the online ordering thing is huge.
Yeah, this technology that that we've experienced over the last few years, especially coming out of from COVID and everything. I mean, these are things that have saved our businesses, and so we've become very reliant on them as well. And to see them used logistically to benefit everyone, I think is going to be really cool for the stadium to see that, because you don't see that kind of thing a lot.
And more importantly, the consumer has learned how to use all of this technology, which is really, really going to help as we try to, teach everybody coming into the stadium how to best use the stadium on the app.
So we've talked a lot about the STL made movement, stadium as a reflection of all those things. What's your take on St. Louis? What's your favorite thing about the local food scene, Lauren?
Diversity. We are a little big city. You can find everything you want here. You don't have to go anywhere else. I think the last probably 2 years, I've traveled more than I ever have in my life, and every city I go to, I just keep thinking about how great we are. Like, it's just, in big cities, small cities, we're just doing such a good job as a community, and, restaurant people are doing a good job, and our customers are doing a great job. Just having that sort of open mind to walk in and try a place you would never try before, or, go with your friends somewhere new. It's just, we have just such a great supportive city of complete diversity.
And I didn't realize how much you all take care of each other as well, and how you trade, you trial things, you test out, it's a tight knit community, even though it is so diverse and expansive.
It's important. It's important when you're in a small city to do that. It helps the whole community grow. It helps us, keep going and keep pushing and making St. Louis just more dope than it is. I said dope.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve, David, anything to add? What do you like about the St. Louis food scene?
I first off, it's dope. Yeah. I'm just like her. I've been around. I mean, a lot of places, and I'm always comparing the food to St. Louis food. The standard's pretty high here. So when you come out and you make things, it better be good, and it is. So we have a great city for food, and we have all these little neighborhoods, and each little neighborhood has its own little thing, which is what, like she said, we want people to learn that, like not just downtown or wherever you come from, whatever, but all these little neighborhoods have some cool stuff.
I'm going to piggyback on what Lauren said and talk about the network, because what's really special to me here is that everybody's on each other's side. There's not, our restaurant versus their restaurant. It's all, we help each other. We talk through things together. We go through ideas together. And as a restaurateur, I know that if I need any support from anywhere, I just go to my other restaurateurs, and they got my back, and we have theirs. And I think that's extremely special. I haven't worked a whole lot in too many other cities, but I'll tell you that I really feel like that's one of a kind here at the level that it's at.
Gerard, Carolyn, what do you hope our fans get out of the experience? Game day next year, 22,500 fans screaming their faces off, but the food experience, the music experience, all those things. Like, what do you hope fans get out of this?
Wow. I think the thing is that I hope they almost don't think about it until later. I hope later they're just like, wow, like, I didn't even like soccer before, or I had never even been to a soccer game, but that was the most fantastic day I've ever had. And, from the food to the music to the game to the design, every single thing has been so intentional at this stadium that I hope no one thing necessarily stands out, that it's just so amazing.
Yeah, just a couple things real quick. I'm going to sort of pile on about the St. Louis food scene. Spending 25 years at Enterprise and bringing people in and out, whether it was temporary, permanent. I always love when people are like, wow, your food's amazing. And I'm like, what'd you expect? But if I look at some of my favorite questions over the years, it's like, why is there meat in your toasted ravioli or fried ravioli? What is that white Velveeta thing that you guys put on everything was always one of my favorites. But I think really where I'm going with this is I love the discussions that were had around our food. And friendly debates, but even down to, who would think that we would have these amazing chefs here? We have a hot dog stand that's internationally known. A hot dog store. That is an amazing story, and it's an STL-made story. So personally, I just like the conversations that are had around food. So back to what do I expect fans to experience? I think it's just unity and regional pride. When you look around and you see all these people in like the scarves and the colors, high-fiving, cheering each other on. You may not know who they are, but you know what? You just made a best friend for 90 plus minutes. And so I think what I want is for people to walk out of this stadium going, gosh, I live in an amazing city that can put on world-class talent on a pitch, world-class experiences with food, music. It doesn't matter what it is, but I think we need to start finding some more regional pride and bragging about who we are, and what we do. And I get it that that's a little lofty, but you're sitting in a stadium that 3 years ago was on the back of a cocktail napkin going, I don't know if we're going to do it. But you know what? We did. So I got to keep dreaming big, right? Can't stop now.
I think that's a good place to end, honestly. Let's hear it for our panelists again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you all for your time today. We are really excited about this program, what it means for us as a club, our fans, and obviously the entire region and community. So thank you again for your time. Reminder to check out the first 2 episodes of our City Flavor series. And all the panelists will be available on the field here for additional interviews if you have them. Thank you for your time.
Hey, it's Angela Hackman from STL TV, and we are here at the first experience behind the scenes at the Centene Stadium. And look who I found, our guy Mastermind. And you've taken on quite a title since I've seen you last.
Yes, indeed. I am the director of musical experience here for St. Louis City SC.
Holy cow, what does that mean for everybody?
Indeed, this is us. This is me centering in on St. Louis City SC's official musical opinion. What are we going to play? How are we going to play it? How are we going to encompass the city of St. Louis to really personify our heartbeat for years to come? So that's the speed that this whole franchise is. That's the intentionality that this franchise is moving with, and I feel like you see that in everything else that is happening. So it's powerful.
That's huge. I love that, personifying just everything. So, Mastermind, does that mean you are literally producing music that is played during the game of day experiences? Walk me through a little bit more.
Yeah, to an extent. So in hindsight, I'm really here to kind of help orchestrate and conduct. I am an individual who produces and things of that nature.
Sure, yeah.
But I want to lean into the community and really represent us. So when there are moments that call for music and producers and things of that nature, I'm really here to point out and find our right people, put them together, let them know what is the project at hand, let them know how we're going to exemplify what city is, and we attack. So that's the energy, though.
Did you ever in a million years think that your musical journey would bring you here? Look where we are right now. Let's just take this in for 1 second.
It is.
We are here.
It is.
They let us in. What?
It is. The answer to that question is a yes. No. No, but to an extent, we always have very big mindsets of what we can accomplish and things of that nature. I think the biggest thing that caught me by surprise is the fact that I can have a very integral piece of my artistry/career that is directly tied into the city of St. Louis, and that also shows how the city came together and allow artists from Mastermind to be able to even have such platforms as we grow and evolve. So that is something that I didn't necessarily see.
I love that. I'm so glad you touched on that. What I'm hearing so much today is the word unity. People are coming together. You may or may not love soccer, but the way the city's brought together between food, music, sports, and I can't say enough about what you're doing in the city. You are so St. Louis. Sky's the limit, my friend. Thank you so much, Mastermind.
Absolutely. Appreciate you and appreciate y'all.
Follow this guy. He's doing big things.